So Emma from the WWE was released and rehired all in a matter of a day. Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason. Wow, what a roller coaster of a day it was for Emma. Um, I'm going to go back to Monday. Um, this all started when, and I don't think anybody is going to talk about this much, but I'm going to talk about it because I think it's significant. There was an alcohol infomercial in Monday Night Raw starring, almost said Fandango, no, Santino Marella and, Adam Rose, and was for Twisted Tea, and Santino's talking about nobody came to his party, not even Emma, and that got me thinking, okay, as dumb as the infomercial was, yeah, I was like, where's Emma? Lately she's always been with Santino Marella, and just thought that was weird. And so they did the Twisted Tea thing, and I was like, well, maybe she had the night off or whatever, or they're saving her for Superstars. They really haven't been doing a lot with Emma lately. Right around, or was it right before WrestleMania? So right before WrestleMania? Yeah, it was right before WrestleMania because it was before Paige came to the main roster. Right before WrestleMania, like a few weeks before, you saw her in the crowd doing the Emma-taining or Emma-lution signs in the crowd, doing the, her dance with the bubbles and all that. Although I don't think she had the bubbles yet. But nonetheless, she was in the crowd and they didn't really have her doing anything yet. Then they brought her, had her wrestling in the ring, and one of the first people they brought her out with was Santino Marella. Now, I understand her gimmick from NXT was goofy or childish or whatever you want to call it. The whole dancing thing and the bubbles, if you watch NXT, I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. If you don't understand these gimmicks where some of these new people get their gimmicks from, educate yourself. Period, folks. If you're a casual fan, you're not going to do this and you're not going to care. But if you're a passionate wrestling fan like myself, go to NXT on the WWE Network, or even look it up on YouTube or whatever. A lot of them get taken down, but you might find something. Look for old, I don't know if you're going to see any FCW ones, but you're going to see them on the NXT within the last couple seasons. Watch her wrestling matches with Charlotte, Paige, probably wrestled Sasha Banks, a number of divas in developmental. Watch her matches. She is a quality top diva, okay? She's got talent, okay? They stuck her with Santino Marella, which in my opinion was one of the first things they could have done. If they want her over and they want people to like her or get her or understand her or whatever you do to get a diva over, which nowadays is difficult because they just don't do a lot with them on the main roster. It's getting better. Especially with Paige and, stuff like that. They're starting to do more with this new crop of divas because the ones that are getting trained at NXT are phenomenal. They're using real, down-to-earth wrestling moves that people haven't seen in ages. They're really showing their talents. And for them to just sit with Emma and have her come out and be a joke with Santino, I feel bad for her because she's so much better than that. She really is. Go educate yourself and go find out for yourself if you don't believe me, okay? And then come back and watch the rest of this. No. But so they just haven't been doing that much with her lately. And when she didn't come out with Santino Marella for the stupid Twisted Tea infomercial, I was like, well, what's going on with her? Then it came out just a little bit after. Was it after Raw or the next day? Within a day of Monday Night Raw, that night, it was reported that Emma got arrested at Walmart for theft. 6th-degree larceny, whatever that is. She stole an iPod case. Little things started trickling out over the next 24 hours. Well, within 24 hours of this all happening, it got blown up all over, the wrestling media, the internet wrestling community as it is. And okay, yeah, it's bad press, all right? It is bad press. It's something negative. But then later today, what happened completely shocked me. It came out that WWE, first WWE on their website recognized the news that was going around about Emma and basically saying, in so many words, they said Emma is going to have to pay for what she did. I don't remember what the exact verbiage was. I can look it up and quote it, but I'm not going to. Basically saying she has to be responsible for what she did, period. And then, that right there was like, maybe they're going to suspend her or, who knows what they're going to do. So, yeah, it made you wonder what she's going to be off TV for a while, or they're going to make her job to everyone and their uncle, or whatever the WWE's politics do to people who are in trouble. You got to look at what some of the other WWE superstars that have been arrested or have done in the past few years. Now, I don't know all of them. I'm going to miss them. I'm just going to name a few. Jack Swagger got a DUI and got busted for being high or caught with marijuana on him or whatever it was. The majority of the problem was he was a DUI. What looked like he was just about to have a major push, and it got taken away from him. One of the Usos, can't remember which one, but got a DUI, and he actually got suspended for I think a few weeks or a month or so. But they took him and his brother off of television. You didn't see him for at least a month or so. So some of these guys. Oh, one more that I'll mention. The guy who's in TNA now, as known as Bram, the guy that's with Magnus, this new guy, he used to be in NXT with the Ascension, with Connor. And that was a couple years ago when that tag team was just starting to get on the rise and start to catch a buzz about them and grow some popularity. Well, and I don't remember everything that this Kenneth Cameron did, this Braun guy. He got arrested and thrown in jail for, I think he was drunk, some drunk and disorderly behavior or something. Whatever he all did, he was thrown in jail, and then he was fired shortly after that from the WWE, fired from NXT. Well, okay. You look at acts like that, DUI, drugs. Stuff like that. Um, Battery. I think that's what Kenneth Cameron got busted for too. He was drunk and he got into a fight and did something like that, I think. But nonetheless, you get busted, you're high, you're drunk, whatever, while you're driving. That's a serious offense. That in my book it is. And yeah, they're gonna throw your butt in jail for that. You lose your license or whatever happens. That hasn't happened to me before, but I know depending on the area, some are more strict than others. But whatever it is, it's a serious offense. So, and WWE sees it as that. Whatever happened to Emma, and I don't say this much, but that was retarded. What happened to Emma? Okay, obviously, whoever caught her saw who she was, and I could be wrong with this. This is my opinion of the whole thing that happened to Emma. Okay, saw who she was, tried to make a name for herself, and said, "Oh, let's get her in trouble." And have her punished to the fullest extent. Make an example out of her. Okay. People shop at Walmart and steal stuff all the time. Music, clothes, whatever, what have you. And it walks out the door and it never gets caught. Okay? They just let them go. Because it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. 15, 10, 20 bucks, whatever. It ain't worth it. Seriously. Not saying what she did was right. I also read in an article that it was accidental. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying. People do this stuff all the time. And to throw someone in jail, have them, detained, fingerprinted, mugshot. The mugshot is out there. It's like, for crying out loud. To do all this to a person, okay, have them pay a quick fine or something. But for Walmart to sit there and press charges to the fullest extent with this whole situation is just ridiculous, stupid, idiotic. And it's just because she's a celebrity, is who she is. And just dumb. And, okay, then continuing, so it's negative news for the WWE. Yeah, Vinnie Mac hates negative news, period. And yeah, he's probably still sore for losing almost, several $100 million. I'd be too. I'd be losing some nights of sleep over that myself. So, is any little stupid thing that, one of his, someone on his roster does going to piss him off? Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, the wrong person did it, and they're right in the middle of doing a bunch of cuts anyways, so he was like, oh, really? She did that? Then get her out of here. Well, someone obviously stuck up for her. Someone who knows how talented she is, and someone who obviously knows what other superstars have done recently in the last few years, and that have, I'm not going to say they got away with it, but they weren't fired for what they did. Swagger was not fired. Cameron was not fired. The Uso, or the Jay or Jimmy, whichever Uso brother it was that got busted for his DUI, was not fired. Okay, was it, embarrassing what happened to her? Probably. And just getting busted for whatever the full situation is, we probably won't know. We may find out somewhere down the road in an interview what happened. It was reported that it was an accident. Whatever. It could have been. But nonetheless, someone from the roster, a higher up, someone, maybe even Triple H. Triple H is all about this new crop of wrestlers from NXT. Okay? That's his thing. He is doing his best to bring up this new crop of wrestlers from NXT because they are the future of this industry, period. He knows how talented this new crop of divas is from NXT. Paige, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Summer Rae, love her or hate her. Summer Rae is talented, okay? Yeah, she does a lot of hair flipping and she's, acts like a bitch. She's a good wrestler. Yeah. Oh, no, she's not. She sucks. You know what? Like I said before, go educate yourself. Go to NXT on the WWE Network or somewhere on YouTube and go watch her matches with Paige. Period. So yeah, we'll see what happens to Emma in the near future. Who knows? Maybe she'll get a push out of this. Who knows? Maybe WWE will, it'll be their way of giving Walmart the middle finger. They don't sponsor anything for the show anyways. It's all, doesn't Kmart do that or whatever? I don't know. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Just a roller coaster day for Emma, and I'm glad she's back. What are they going to do with her? I don't know. Usually guys that get in trouble, they bury them. Swaggers had to eat, loads and loads of crap. The Usos didn't get pushed for how long? Just a small example of, superstars that have gotten in trouble, so they try to get them back. So yeah, we'll see. She's back on the roster. I'm happy with that. That's my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, guys. What do you think about the whole situation? Put it in the comments below. Do you like what happened to her? Do you dislike her? Hey, all in all, though, I'll bet you any money Dixie Carter was like, oh my God, yes, another knockout for our roster. And then she got rehired and she was like, oh. Just a little funny for you there. So yeah, that's my thought for it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.